Hey, Larry.
Old destroyed one. What, Lionel?
He's been in my lap all day. Gets in my lap, jumps down, cries about being down, jumps in my lap, gets down, cries some more.
What are you doing?
And he will not sit still in your lap unless you're actively petting him.
Can't do that if you're doing work.
Hey, Aaron, we are. First day back to work today, which I wasn't really thrilled about when I left this morning, but pretty sure all these guys enjoyed it because they got to run around and be goofy all day. Which Doc always had that opportunity, but not the other four.
Friends to be goofy with.
Even Stella was kind of goofy today. She got the zoomies and was running all over the place this morning. So despite my displeasure with being back, I think they're happy to get back into a normal routine. And everybody just had dinner, so it may take them a minute to get going again. What? Yeah, I didn't worry so much about Doc and Clara and Lily and Stumpy, but the other five, granted they're not in cages or anything, but that room is not very big, so I feel bad leaving them in there for
Don't walk through it.
too terribly long.
You're such a butt.
It smells like a super ripe banana over here.
Throw away that banana?
I don't know. I just smell a really ripe banana sitting over here. It may be in the garbage can.
Yesterday.
Yeah, we came in yesterday and there was a banana that was
This one is not.
super ripe.
This one is ripe, but not as ripe as the other one was.
Hey, Fern.
Trying to clean this stuff up, you guys.
Hopefully he didn't eat that banana because it was black.
I mean, you can still eat it.
Yeah, you can eat it, but it won't kill you, but it won't taste good either.
I'm trying to do something here, Doc. You're the one who made a big giant mess.
That's Doc.
Just peed. I assume he's gonna dump in front of me while I'm trying to clean up his pee.
Most of the time, Doc will use the covered litter box, but not every time. Why are you such a troublemaker, Doc?
Says the world is my litter box.
Other what? Oh, there's no telling. Hey, Connie. They're around somewhere. You might look under my desk. There were, I think, 2 or 3 toys down there earlier, but I don't know what they were. I just saw them when I stood up a minute ago.
Like a touchdown catch.
Yeah, she likes those things a lot more than the others do. She also likes these more than the others do, except maybe Doc. Speaking of Doc, the trouble and mess maker. He just made a mess in the litter box, which is typical for Doc.
Outside the litter box, you mean?
Well, yeah, on the edge of the litter box. Hey, Tina. Yeah, he starts out in the squatting position, and then it's like his butt is an elevator, and it slowly starts lifting up while he pees, and that's why we've tried to encourage him to use that, because then it doesn't get on anything but inside the litter box. But sometimes he still uses the other ones when nobody's paying attention. Rub the lens real quick. It looks kind of fuzzy, like there's a smudge on it. Player 2 has entered the game.
What are you looking at?
Somebody's over there. Yeah, Connie, I don't know that there's any corrective measures you can take. I mean, I thought about maybe trying to find a tiny litter box that he has to squat to get in and out of. Maybe that would do it, but... Or maybe Melanie was saying one with the hole in the top that he has to crawl in and out of. But I mean, this one, it works fine if he uses it, but there's 2 other ones over here that he has access to. And I don't know, he never did that when he was younger. Or maybe he did and he just wasn't tall enough to get it over the side, but I never noticed him doing that when he was younger. It's just something acquired in the last 2 or 3 months as he got bigger. Yeah, if he stays much longer, that's what we're going to have to do. And that is a good idea, Fern. And now this one is chewing on my brand new shoelaces. I'm going to pass this to you for a second while I tie my shoes. Because someone just untied them. Lionel got an interest in my shoelaces while I was sitting at my desk, and he would jump on my lap and I'd have my legs crossed, and he figured out he could get to them.
Yeah, these guys have played with shoelaces, and then Tabby and or other cats at home have eaten, well, chewed completely through some shoelaces. silicone spatula.
Yeah, unfortunately, at work I have to wear those. I guess I could get some more slip-on type. Almost due for some new shoes. I think the soles of these are starting to wear a little thin, but I'm going to ride them as long as I can.
What are you eating off the floor?
But yeah, I noticed today that I'm pretty sure it was the same cat, one that we fostered last year, was posted in the Lost and Found page on Facebook. It had gotten out. It was an indoor cat, but apparently the owner takes him out in the backyard on a leash, and he decided he wanted to go out one day and slipped out the door. But he said he followed up a few hours later and said that he found him in a shed and had him back, so he's safe. I hadn't seen him in a while, but he looks just like Wilson now, maybe a little bigger.
He's a lot bigger because he's a year.
I mean, bigger around, like he's not the wiry frame like Wilson has.
He's the only tabby in that litter of black cats, and I think his coloration was the most like Wilson's. We didn't name those kittens.
Yeah, he was Tabby Part 1. 'Cause we didn't name any of them. There was Tabby, Shiny Head, White Belly, Santa, and the other one.
We were trying not to get attached to them. Once we knew we had to give them away.
Maybe we should have tried that method with these guys.
The other one, the other one, the other one.
White nose.
The ones that we ended up getting back as our own cats were
White
White
Belly.
Belly is Binks now, and Shiny Head is Salem.
Oh, hello, Stumpy. You've been awfully friendly today.
Yeah, she was sweet to me too.
She jumped up on my desk to say hello earlier, which she very rarely does.
What you doing, Lily?
Lily, on the other hand, is so cautious all the time now. I think she's just terrified that Stella is going to pounce on her. But if Stella is in the room, maybe we can shut the door and...
She's just in a panic.
Okay.
We shut it, or she's gonna decide she wants out.
Yeah, or they're going to decide to want in.
Sorry, I stole it, didn't I?
Stumpy's a sweet cat. She's skittish a lot of times.
She does not want to be picked up.
No, she hates being picked up and held. But she's sweet.
No, Lily's mad at me.
And Lily is angry at something.
Oh,
Anything.
Just pet you.
Lily stays agitated when all these guys are out. She's sweet in the mornings when I first get here, and then I put some dry food down for them, and they all eat a little bit, and then I feed the other guys, and when they're done, I let them out, and then she goes on high alert for the rest of the day. I may have to start letting them stay shut up for a little while, at least a couple hours when I first get here, and feed them, and let Lily get some alone time in. She never quite clicked with these guys. She would with Lionel, given enough time, because Lionel doesn't bother anybody.
Have we had enough calm and peaceful time?
I think they've had enough time to let their food settle. I don't know how energetic they're going to be since they ran around all day. And Clara's sitting behind me in the dark. And she walks away. She's like, nope. I know what's about to happen. I'm leaving. You guys ready? Zelda's ready. She's going that way. And here comes Lionel. Uh-oh. I'm not getting a poor signal thing. Hang on, let me check it out. All right, it may pause on you. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. Tell me if that's any better or worse. I can switch it back to a different router if it gets worse.
Stumpy says mine. Oh, it's stuck in her skin. Snake charmer. I know he's gonna do it, and it still catches me off guard every time.
Who?
Listen.
Yeah. But yes, I think I've told you guys before about how the routers are set up in this building. They're all named the exact same thing, so it's basically an extension of the same network in the building. No matter where you are, in theory, you should connect to the router that's closest to you under the same network name. And oftentimes you start bouncing between two different routers, and it slows things down.
Good job, Lionel.
Stumpy.
He sits like a little bear. A prairie dog.
I'm not sure, Emily. Do you remember what that toy is called?
This?
Yeah.
Not specifically. There are a few different type of like feathered cat dancer type toys on Amazon, but this was one of the most reasonably priced and well reviewed, so that's why
Yeah.
it's on the wish list.
And Connie is the one that got that for us. She may remember, but I don't. I'm sure it was on the packaging when we got it, but I just don't remember.
And it came with the two different switchable feather bits. I think you might be able to get different kinds of other attachments for the end of it too. But I don't remember the name or the brand off the top of my head.
Yeah, if you search Amazon, just look for the most reviewed one. That's probably going to be it.
I think it was maybe $12 or $13, but I'm not 100% sure.
But it was worth every penny because these guys love it.
Definitely hours of entertainment. Be careful.
There you go. What Connie said.
It's definitely held up longer than the $3 one we got at Target.
Yeah, none of the ones we've ever bought at the local stores have survived very long.
Well, that
Exception of the worm one, but that's just because they don't get as into that one as they do this.
They have chewed up a whole bunch of threads on it though, so it doesn't really look like a worm anymore.
Can I help you? And the purring starts.
It's distracting.
purrs and cries when I stop petting him. Doc, you almost landed in the garbage can. Uh-oh, Zelda's in now. Guess who?
Flips and flips and flips.
Yeah, we started out using the other feather into it, and they had fun with it, but this one like spins when you kind of flail it around. That seems to really get them all worked up. Yeah, none of the other wand toys before this one ever got this kind of reaction. This is the first one we've had that they've gotten this excited about. What? What?
Things was give it. Waited around for this.
This guy. He almost had it.
I'm gonna let Clarence play with it. Generosity is a sign of weakness.
And Wilson wins. If we let these guys chew on it for more than about 30 seconds at the most, it would probably be destroyed. But after Wilson tried to swallow the feathers whole in the other one, we tend to try to get it away from him. Pretty cool. Somebody knocked over a book or a notepad or something.
Some books about legal things. Lawsuits or something. Gentle giant. Oh, he tries. He tries, buddy.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't had the knot come loose on this one yet, but knock on wood, so far so good.
They seem to be pretty good knots. And then the thing's attached by that little metal piece.
You can close your eyes and know when it's Lionel jumping for it. And he makes the biggest thud.
Oh, Wilson coming out of left field.
Where are you going?
Hank, no! No, Wilson! Oh my gosh! That's as high as my face!
I know it's probably hard to see him there. I bet you can hear him. you're petting him, it's non-stop. And now I've stopped petting him, and then he cries at me until I pet him again. Did you give up, Doc? Did you give up? No?
Oh, this is hard. She just loves somersaulting, I guess. Like she's flipping when she doesn't have to flip. You're so silly. Go.
You got it. Yeah, it just depends on when you catch them. I don't really get a chance to play with them much during the day while I'm working, but in the afternoons they're ready to go. When it was just Lily and Stumpy, however long ago that's been, all I really had were the plastic mice that rattle when you shake them. And Lily and Stumpy would both play fetch. They got pretty good at it. Lily especially. I mean, it would just go on and on and on. And hopefully she hasn't forgotten that trick for whenever all these guys are adopted. We can go back to that. Now if I throw anything, there's 4 other cats competing to pounce on it.
I killed it.
Which begs the question, how big is Lionel going to get? Lionel's already pretty good size. But Wilson looks like he's getting bigger too. Looking less and less lanky and more full-size cat. I'm not sure, Aaron. We were kind of reluctant to commit to anything before Christmas, just so these guys didn't end up being a Christmas gift that turned into a regret. Oh.
What?
Connie said hers is frozen. Is anybody else frozen, or is it just Connie, or...
So silly.
I think Lionel has the hiccups or something. That's strange. I don't know what's making it do that today.
Lift up the feathers a little bit. Oh, almost broke that one.
And typically when I've got a bad connection, it tells me, you know, very poor connection or whatever at the top of the screen. Good deal. I was about to change routers again. I wasn't sure. We're going to wrap up in a minute or two anyway. I have to stop, and I loaned my ladder to my brother a while back, and he still got it. I need to stop by the house and get it so I can hang Christmas lights on the house. Hey, Charlie. You too, Aaron. And I keep yawning, which I've been doing all afternoon. everything he does is loud. He purrs loud, and talks loud, and plops on the ground loud.
I'm an opportunist.
I guess we haven't seen Lily. Big yawn. She's probably gonna get mad at me for petting her while they're all out, because she's on guard duty right now. Stumpy's running for me. Stumpy. And we can't forget about old lady Stella in here, who's being antisocial today. She's so sweet to me during the day, but there's always the random hiss from across the room where she's getting mad at one of the kittens, or today she jumped up on my desk to say hello, and then she noticed Doc was on top of the cat tree over there, and she and Doc had a stare down. Doc began to growl, and I had to intervene on that one. Yeah, I don't know what the psychology of all of it is. I just know how scared she was when she first came here. She went from that to now she thinks she owns everything. Probably got a poor angle for all these jumps right now.
Slow it down a little bit.
Yeah. But I guess we'll follow their lead and wrap up for today. So I can go pick up that ladder, and I said I was going to try to hang them all tonight. I don't know if I'll tackle that. We'll see when I get home how cold it is outside and what I feel like. Been on such a weird schedule being off work that I had a hard time falling asleep last night. Thank you, Connie, and thank you, Larry and Fern. I'm doing this by memory. Aaron was here, and Aaron left. Tina was here. I haven't seen her say anything in a while. There was one other person that
Someone named I wasn't familiar with.
Was it Wendy? Emily. I think that's everybody. If it's not, I'm sorry. I try to do this every day, and it doesn't always work out for me, but thank all you guys. Oh, and Charlie, you did pop in.
Nope, Doc says break time.
Is he panting? We had a shape, Doc.
Claw my face.
But thank you guys. We're gonna wrap it up and
Doing it again.
go home while Doc pants it out here. Well, we'll probably be here tomorrow, same time. I'll let you know if it's any different. Tuesday's kind of the weird day, but we'll let you know before the time gets here. So thanks, everybody, and hope to see you all tomorrow.